All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Ball and Banter. Today we are going to do a mid-season review of IPL 2025. It's been a season full of exciting matches, some boring matches as well. Not gonna lie, but it's been good so far, man. Angad, what are your thoughts on the season so far, dude? How are you feeling?
I think it's been a great season. D- I mean, till last week, I felt like it's more or less expected, just BAU stuff. But last week, super. We've had um, defending the totals. We've
Hmm.
seen very young talent also perform really, really well. So last week has got me super excited the rest of the tournament.
आई एग्री विद यू डूड लाइक सीजन तो काफी अच्छा चल रहा है मतलब स्टार्टिंग में बीच में थोड़ा सा लल आया था वेयर लाइक फॉर अ
Hmm.
वीक देयर वर अ लॉट ऑफ वन साइडेड मैचेस बट इन द लास्ट वन वीक वी डेफिनेटली सीन सम एक्साइटिंग मैचेस एंड मतलब टाइमिंग काफी अच्छी है यार पीएसएल वहां पे चालू हुआ एंड सडनली आईपीएल हैज फेल्ट द नीड टू स्टेप अप देयर लाइक step up and like entertain audiences much more. We've seen
But
a super
PSL
over
में
in the
खेल
last
कौन
1
रहा
week.
है भाई? Who's playing in the PSL?
अरे खेल रहे भाई डेविड वार्नर खेल रहा है जेम्स विंस खेल रहा है एंड द किंग इज आल्सो प्लेइंग बॉब्जी द किंग
Foxy the King.
बॉब्जी द किंग इज प्लेइंग सो मतलब it's not like a completely dead this thing also and a lot of the IPL rejects are also playing there dude so है वहां पे भी खिलाड़ी लोग ऐसे
But
कुछ नहीं
what's
है
the point, man? उनको मतलब मिल रहा है hair dryer for a man of the match performance. किधर IPL, किधर hair dryer भाई मतलब.
सही में that was damn funny but getting back to the agenda of the video mid-season review of the IPL uh, for our viewers who are watching today we are going to do take a different approach for this mid-season review. We're going to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly of IPL 2025 and you have to wait till the end of the video for the ugly part because it's going to be feisty. All right, starting out with the good part, man. The good part, definitely one of the good things of this season has been the competitive balance. I think out of 8 out of 10 teams are still fighting for the top four positions, and we can't really call out ki kaun finish karne wala है top four में. Maybe apart from maybe like a team that's on top, Delhi Capitals, but even they faltered in a couple of games. Then the second big story of the season for sure has been the emerging talent and performances of uncapped players, especially like players like Priyansh Arya, Digvesh Rathi from LSG, be it Vipraj Nigam from Delhi, Aniket from Hyderabad, even Mumbai's two uncapped gems, Vignesh Puthur and what's the
Ashwini Kumar.
Ashwini Kumar, the left-handed fast bowler. And these are just a few names, right? Like I think each team has the scouting game of each team has gone up a notch, and we are seeing a lot of great talent coming in. And the second big story for sure is of comebacks. So many veteran players who were sort of written off from T20 players like Siraj, Shreyas Iyer, KL Rahul, all of them coming back, all of them putting in great performances against their ex teams. Uh, be it KL Rahul most recently against LSG, Shreyas Iyer versus well, उसने बैटिंग में ज्यादा कुछ नहीं किया but they defended a low total against KKR and Siraj absolutely ripped through RCB when he played against them. So those for sure have been the top good.
Even Rahane, bro, for that matter. Rahane's also been playing decently well. All the old, like you said, all the old guns have been firing, but except one gun, which sort of happened to be in my team, the 10 ball one. So yeah,
Yeah,
apart from him, I think they've all stepped up.
I think apart from the players who are in the actual Indian T20 team, everyone else who's been on the fringe has been putting in great performances, right?
Yeah.
Everyone's sort of stepping up the competition and fighting for those places. Let's quickly take a look at the table, man. What the table looks like midway through the season. Okay, here we see it on our screen. Delhi Capitals on top with 10 points. Punjab GT, RCB, LSG, KKR, MI, RR, CSK, SRH, and CSK. So, Angad, I'm going to ask you, man, which have been the teams that have impressed you a lot, which probably you were not expecting a lot from them?
Right, Delhi Capitals for sure. I wasn't expecting them to win 5 out of 6, surely. And they've like pulled a rabbit out of the hat in a couple of instances. For prime example, the last game against Rajasthan, I think Rajasthan bottled it badly. But I think that's the only team which have like really surprised me, and RCB also to a great extent for that matter. I didn't
Hmm.
think they'd be anywhere near the top four again this year, primarily because of so much reliance on English batsmen and those players not being informed, plus bowling lineup not being that great. But we're seeing experience play a very crucial role in their resurgence to the top. So I think these two teams I'd like to highlight for sure.
Yeah, even Delhi, same bro. Like Delhi Capitals, if you see our preseason predictions, Delhi Capitals, I think only Amay was the only one who sort of called them out and was
Yeah.
like they might finish in the top four. But they've always had like decent squads. But this year, I was not sure about how Aksar Patel will perform as a captain. Honestly, I was not so sure about KL Rahul being in the team and how he will perform for them. And even for that matter, Faf du Plessis was their vice captain. जो बेचारा अभी इंजरी होगी उसको, but the matches that he played in the beginning, he performed pretty well. And they are
Yeah.
looking very balanced, dude. Like Kuldeep has been bowling very well for them. That Vipraj Nigam, what a fine dude. Leg spinner who can come and sort of slog towards the end. And Ashutosh also one thriller banger of a game he uh,
And
gave us.
Karun Nair also, bro, nearly pulled it
Karun
off
Nair, wow.
single-handedly.
करुण नायर मैन व्हाट अ कमबैक स्टोरी भाई उसने बुमराह को 9 बॉल पे 29 मारे एंड उसके बाद उसको धक्का भी मारा मैच के अंदर ही
Unprecedented.
या अनप्रेसिडेंटेड hurt Bumrah's ego for sure that day. But the team that is on second, Punjab Kings, they are also looking great. Gujarat Titans also have been a little surprised by. I was not expecting them to do well this season, uh, for sure. But they also seem pretty balanced. And RCB dude, like तूने जो बोला ना English batters being in their squad, like Phil Salt has been great for them so far. He has the best strike rate in the power play this year, and he's really helped them get off to those strong starts. But Liam Livingston, bhai, कब बनाएगा run ये Livingston? I haven't seen him have like a decent season for any team in IPL ever.
Yeah, totally. But from these teams also, right now, it's very interesting to see how close all these teams are to one another, except probably Punjab and DC, who most likely look to qualify for the playoffs. But the rest of them, there's hardly anything separating these teams. I thought after Mumbai losing so many games, it's going to be an uphill
Hmm.
battle. They're going to have to win like maybe say 6, 7 in a row. Same with probably teams like KKR, but they're also right in the mix currently. A couple of wins here and there, and a couple of losses for the ones that are already in top four. It'll become extremely tight. So I think that's been super fun to watch.
Nice, nice. But yeah, very, as you said, man, very tight in the middle, right? Like three teams on 8 points, uh, two teams on six, and three teams on four. So the fight is on for everyone, except for the last two teams, probably. But yeah, it's a long season. You never know. As far
Yeah,
as the
everyone
top
looks
run
like I don't think
getters,
they deserve to qualify either. The last two teams.
yeah, yeah. And some of them don't deserve to play only in the IPL. But
That's number two.
moving on, man. Orange cap leaders so far. And you have to talk about Nicholas Puran, dude. He has some strike rate of 221 this season, and he is the top run getter.
Nikki
Matlab,
P smashing
Nicky
it.
absolutely smashing it. And the other surprising player in this is Mitchell Marsh. Mitchell
Wait,
Marsh,
smashing it off the field also, dude. तूने उसके reels देखे क्या? हिंदी में गाते हुए भाई, इनसेन। मतलब प्रॉपर फ्लुएंटली गा रहा है भाई, वो कैसे
हाँ
बताए
हाँ,
कि उसको चाहे।
या
And he's
apparently,
pronouncing also properly.
yeah, he has some Indian lineage also. उसका दादाजी या फिर कोई इंडियन था, दादाजी या दादी. So he has
Right?
some little bit of Indian blood there. And but to top five players देखेगा भाई, Mitchell Marsh surprising entry, but Sai Sudarshan super impressed with him this season. Like he is a player that needs to be hyped, right? Like he is a player who should be playing all formats probably for India in the next couple of years at least.
But you know what? Like, I feel like batting has been a little lackluster in that sense. There hasn't been a standout player who scored, a couple of centuries. I remember Sanju Samson hitting 2 centuries back to back last year, I think.
Hmm.
But there hasn't been like one single dominating batsman who's taken the lead over all the rest of
True,
them.
true,
Probably
true.
Nicholas Puran looks like the one, but again, um, he's not really scored a century, right? He's got these 60s, 70s, 80s, a
No, no, I
couple of.
think 1 century he has scored.
Is it?
Yeah, 1 century if I'm not wrong. But yeah, whatever. But I get it. Like there isn't like one name that is running away with it, right? Like पुराने
Yeah.
सीजन्स में कैसे होता था हमेशा ये कि डेविड वार्नर होता था, फिर विराट कोहली होता था,
KL Rahul.
केएल राहुल, who are like your go to names for the orange cap leaderboard list, and वो लोग को
The
फर्क नहीं
fact that
पड़ता
we're
था टीम.
sitting here right now and saying, "Arey Surya Kumar ye list mein, hai, Mitchell Marsh ye list mein," like we
सही में
don't remember both of them giving like a very memorable performance in any of the games
so far, yeah, no
so far.
doubt. बट या स्टिल अर्ली इन द सीजन, मतलब आधा ही सीजन हुआ है, अगले हाफ में क्या होता है मे बी दैट विल इट विल चेंज कंप्लीटली बाय द एंड ऑफ द सीजन. बट
Yeah.
लुकिंग एट द पर्पल कैप लीडर्स मैन, जॉश हेजलवुड, हार्दिक पांड्या इज इन देयर विद 11 विकेट्स, माय गॉड.
11.
What are you talking? Shardul Thakur is also there with 11 wickets. Insane.
This is super tight. The
वेरी
purple cap.
टाइट. एंड दिस इज अ लिस्ट, मतलब कभी ऐसे पैरेलल यूनिवर्स में रह रहा हूं मैं, मुझे लग रहा है कि चल जॉश हेजलवुड आई विल स्टिल बी लाइक ही इज अ गुड बॉलर, बट आई डोंट सी हिम विनिंग द पर्पल कैप. लाइक देयर इज नो राशिद खान इन दिस लिस्ट, देयर इज
Exactly.
नो
Arshdeep.
Arshdeep in this list, no Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, मतलब something
No,
seems
UC
missing.
also.
No UZ. So far, UZ is climbing the charts very fast. Last two matches, he's taken 4 and 3, if I'm not
Yeah.
wrong. But out of these bowlers, man, Kuldeep has been super impressive for Delhi Capitals. I think मतलब वो he comes in the middle and he's just getting better day by day. Uh, and the other surprising name is Shardul Thakur. Washed player, gone. Everyone forgot about him, and this guy's come back and he's taking wickets, but getting hammered also. But still,
But he showed against CSK why he's probably not anywhere near the reckoning.
I think he's still trying to pay back CSK for getting out on that ball against Malinga all those years ago.
True.
Okay, moving on. Highest scores Abhishek Sharma, ईशान किशन. ईशान किशन ने तो भाई वो एक मैच में खेला, and after that he's just done single digit scores. But yeah, Abhishek Sharma again. Priyansh Arya has been very impressive. I think good bright player.
But none of them have really like taken off.
True, true, true.
They've had
मतलब
one inning here and there, like that Priyansh Arya, of course, that 100 was magnificent. But even yesterday, so disappointing to see him get out so early.
yeah,
I think it's been a season of poor shot selection and not reading the pitch properly in a lot
yeah.
of places.
And it's also symptomatic of how batters are nowadays, right? Like
Yeah.
बल्क रन्स बनाने वाले बैटर्स कम है अभी आजकल. एवरीवन जस्ट ट्राइंग टू थ्रैश द बॉल, एंड इन दैट केस उन लोग का एवरेजेस कम हो रहे हैं, एंड प्रॉब्ली दे डोंट एंड अप मेकिंग दोस बिग स्कोर्स हाउ बैटर्स यूज्ड टू. But let's move on, dude. Let's move on to the next segment of the show, which is the bad part of the season so far. And for the bad part of the season so far, Angad, I have a couple of takeaways, right? Like one is for sure some of the established players or big money players not turning up for this tournament so far. be it R Ashwin from CSK, even Jaddu to some extent. Rishabh Pant from LSG has been absolutely one of the worst players to watch this season, no
Rashid
doubt.
Khan
Rashid Khan has been underperforming for GT,
getting belted.
and even for RR, Sanju Samson hasn't really turned up so far in any of the matches, right? And plenty of names. Rohit Sharma has been underperforming for Mumbai Indians. Uh,
Not
this
just
not
this
just this
season.
season, but like for years. But now that he's not the captain anymore, of course, पूरा focus सिर्फ उसके batting performances पे है, and he is
Yeah.
again not turning it on. Uh, who has disappointed you the most, man, this season? The big stars who've looked bad.
By Rashid Khan for sure. I had him in my purple cap list. Um, he's been getting hammered, which is so uncharacteristic of his performances. That's but still, I mean, Gujarat haven't suffered too much.
Hmm.
Although today again they did concede over 200 runs. How much did he get hammered for? 38 or 4 overs, no wicket. When was the last IPL season you saw Rashid Khan not picking up wickets in any of the games? Like
Yeah,
you always knew that the players are going to watch out for him. Even the days that he's not picking up wickets means he's going for less than six and over. He hasn't been that good. Even Arshdeep, I'd say, like though the team has performed really well, his execution of death bowling hasn't been good so far.
hmm.
If you're seeing,
Speaking of not good, man, another one, Mohammad Shami in SRH. Uh, it's not looking good.
that was more or less expected though. I
Yeah, matlab,
don't rate Shami very highly as a T20 bowler, to be very, very honest. The other day also against Mumbai, right? That was one of the pitches where there was so much assistance for bowlers, but
hmm.
he didn't really apply himself that well. There were situations where batsmen weren't able to take off or score freely. That's when a lot of variation was needed. Those cutters, slower balls, bowl a good bouncer in the middle, bowl back of the length, right on the body. But again, he'd go with the same old 130, 140 length ball or an overpitched ball. So it's that's what we've seen from Shami all these years.
True, true, true. And matlab, theek hai, like Shami, I know he's not like top, like T20 is not his best format, but you still expect more from him, right? Like he's still a world class bowler, and he has delivered a couple of decent seasons for GT, where I think in one of the years he was like second in the purple cap list, and he was delivering very good economy rate also in that season. So
I
it's
think
not
one more
like,
player who's disappointed like majorly has been Sanju Samson.
hmm,
Expected him to sort of like we can say Riyan Parag has also been underperforming, but him performing last season was an anomaly.
या मतलब तुम कितना ही एक्सपेक्ट करते हो भाई रियान पराग से लाइक आई डोंट हैव हाई एक्सपेक्टेशंस फ्रॉम हिम वी ऑल
Yeah.
गेट सरप्राइज्ड व्हेन ही डज वेल राइट लाइक सो एनी प्लेयर हु surprises you by doing well means that they are not a great player. Players who surprise you by performing poorly are probably great players. So
And I don't know
Sanju,
what thought went into sending him in that super over to bat.
like how do you not send Nitish Rana, who was probably hitting it the like probably the best sort of hitting I've seen Nitish Rana do in recent years. Uh, Even for that matter, how did they not send Yashasvi Jaiswal? Maybe that was a better option, but I don't know. Rahul Dravid seems to have a lot of faith in Riyan Parag for some reason.
You've seen that Rahul Dravid meme, right? They show that WWE clip
What?
of somebody coming on a wheelchair.
And hammering him.
Yeah, and then they put this caption: Rajasthan owner as soon as he sees Rahul Dravid.
But there has been some controversy there that there is a rift between Rahul Dravid and Sanju Samson at RR, and but I don't know how true that is. But these are rumors that are going around. But yeah, man, anything else that you feel has been bad this season? And be mindful, I'm talking about bad, not ugly. The ugly part is coming still.
I think we'll leave it for ugly.
I'll let you
Bad
take
has
over
been,
that part, man, Angad. Go
yeah,
ahead,
bad has
tell us.
been this the very fact that a lot of players have underperformed and more. significantly the current Indian team lot not performing up to standards.
Hmm.
Like we've not seen a great performance from Shubman Gill, from Shivam Dubey. Bumrah has been a little lackluster as well, but like I mean, I won't hold it against him. He's just come back from an injury. Yashasvi hasn't been that good either.
Tilak Verma has also been so. Like he's been making runs, but not at the strike rate that is needed
Yeah,
from him.
but Tilak sort of picked up after that one game in which he couldn't get it
Yeah.
going. He's looked like the better batsman amongst the lot. The other emerging talent from the last few years, right? Like Ramandeep and Prabh Simran and all.
Hmm.
Even they haven't really fulfilled their. They're not potential talent anymore. Like
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is the time that they need to step up and
भाई
really.
इंडिया की जर्सी पहन लिए तो now people are looking at you for big performances, right? Like if you're still not doing it, then you're behind the eight ball.
Say, man, and even Dhruv Jurel for that matter. Like it looks so far like back in the past that these guys were that emerging talent and were really killing it with their respective teams in the previous editions, but this year it's been
Hmm.
extremely underwhelming. I think the only standout from the current Indian team lot has been I don't know if Sai Sudarshan's made a T20 debut. I know he's played ODI.
I
Again,
don't
he's
think
number.
he has. He has played for India A. I know. I think he's still considered a uncapped player. But yeah, I don't know. People who are watching, you can correct us in the comments and tell us if you know. Uh, but yeah,
But
Sai
Hardik
Sudhar.
Pandya, that's what I was getting to. Hardik Pandya has been the only one who sort of kept some face, and we
Yeah,
know why he was
Hardik
the.
Pandya is looking like a man on a mission, dude. I'm not gonna lie. Like he is. Sometimes it works against him because I think he's trying to do everything himself. कि भाई bowling भी मैं डालूंगा, batting भी करने आऊंगा मैं, and he's looks like he's taking a lot on himself. Even the couple of matches that Mumbai came very close to winning and lost, uh, he came out in the press conference and he was like, "I take the full responsibility of this loss," which just shows that he's sort of matured now and like he is looking to take on more responsibility. And I think as the season goes on, I think all of this is going to turn out well for Mumbai Indians. But I'm not gonna speak too soon. If I speak, I'm in trouble.
Yeah. So we'll get to the ugly.
Yeah, come on. Brrrr.
I think what's been really disgraceful, really ugly, and not up to the standards of the IPL has been some of these pitches. You know exactly which pitches I'm referring to. Like
Pitches be
top of
crazy.
my top of my list is going to be Chepok, bro. Like
Hmm.
I still don't know why we host IPL matches on that ground. I get that it's in Chennai, um, and it is the home ground of CSK, but really, those pitches aren't good for anybody. They know in the auction that these guys are going to buy spinners,
Yeah.
and base their whole game around that. And to be honest, none of these players actually step up properly for India either. It's somewhat of we've seen that in the past also. We've seen Deepak Chahar also not like I've seen him just perform for CSK. Barely have I seen him play well for India. So the
Yeah.
fast bowlers also that are playing on those pitches are not really benefiting in any shape or form. Spinners, I mean, not a very strong opinion in
And
that case.
मतलब तू ये भी देखेगा भाई, if you see the purple cap rankings, Noor Ahmed is on top. Noor Ahmed, okay, he's a decent spinner, but would you call him like the best spinner in the league? No chance. But
He's
he's
not the
just
best spinner in Afghanistan itself, bro.
not even the second or the third best for that
Yes.
matter.
Yeah.
But in just because he's playing in Chepok, he seems to get like a lot of wickets all the time, and a lot of hate from Ashwin fans as well. But moving on,
But
that's
tell us in the
besides the point.
comments, what do you feel about like CSK Chepok pitches? Are they IPL standard? Should we stop having CSK home games at Chidambaram altogether? Like, there's no bias in here. You might see this jersey and think that I'm coming from some like vendetta against CSK, but like to be very honest, it's been super
Yeah, it's
Super
not fun to
disappointing to
watch,
watch
right? Like
them.
not fun to watch.
Not
Uh,
at all.
and in that vein, in fact, like even the match that happened at this that stadium in Jaipur, that's also not a great sort of stadium to watch matches, and very inconsistent.
Yeah.
Then Rajasthan, I think, played a couple of matches in Guwahati as well, right? Even the
That's
matches over
Sahara
there,
Stadium.
yeah, not great matches to watch.
Even
Uh,
PCA Stadium in Mohali, the one
hmm,
where Punjab defended 111. Like, I don't think any team should be defending 111, though it was a great game to watch from a neutral POV. But um, inconsistency in these
yeah,
pitches is fine. Like the problem that I have with CSK is that never do they have a deck on which people are freely scoring.
yeah.
Even if someone scored well, like say the first innings gone to say 200, 220, the other team has just collapsed under 150. And that is not reflective of the bowling quality of CSK, but rather just a poor, disgusting pitch.
But like this year, that whole tactic seems to be backfiring for them, right? Like because their own batting is getting more exposed
Yeah.
than the opposition, and the other teams now know ki bhai, even if you have two couple of below par, very average spinners, they can come and sort of destroy the CSK batting line because of how pathetic they are at this current moment. But
I think Heat with three good frontline spinners will go and just completely destroy CSK on their home ground.
yeah, KKR, prime example being KKR. KKR went there. Well, although I wouldn't call their spinners below par, like Varun Chakravarti is tops right now. Even
Yeah.
Sunil Narayan might not be in the best of form, but he's a good bowler, no doubt. So they did a job over there for sure. Moeen Ali also bowled well that day. Uh, but yeah, man, pitches definitely be crazy. But the coming to the
The
next
best
part.
point that we've not included in all of this. So I asked Grok and ChatGPT to give me some points on what has been the ugly part of IPL this season. And
What?
Grok has actually responded saying Disha Patani's performance being cut off midway has been was quite ugly. And
Yeah, dude, like, why would you do that? Like, if you're getting Disha Patani for the opening ceremony, might as well milk that thing and let your viewers.
I
No
don't
pun
think.
intended, but uh, but let your viewers enjoy the performance at least. Don't cut it off in the middle.
Yeah, yeah. We're all for making the best use of the money that is being spent.
True, true,
Optimum
true.
utilization.
But Angad, dude, I want to bring in one more this thing aspect that has been absolutely disgusting to watch this season. It's this whole obsession with Dhoni coming out to bat.
Let's not take names and let's call it idol worshipping.
Idol worshipping, the worst. Like my whole feed right now is overtaken by just uh, two types of CSK fans, right? Like one is just like all these thala sexuals just jerking off thinking about, oh, Dhoni's come out to bat and whatever, and he'll come and do absolutely nothing in those few balls.
And I
I
have a
mean,
message for all CSK fans. Like, if you think that the game against um, which team is Shardul Thakur in?
LSG.
LSG. Like, if you think that game against LSG, Dhoni's won it for you, I think you're very mistaken. Like, you need to credit that win to Shardul Thakur, then to Dhoni.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
most of those, I think there were those outside edges and full tosses and, um, just being asked to hit.
I think Shardul Thakur for that moment forgot that he's not playing for CSK anymore and he's playing against them. He sort of just went back to playing for them. Uh,
But that's a fair point, right? Like, this idol worshipping is not doing anybody any good. It's
and
not
it's
doing
most of
CSK.
all it's destroying their own team, right? Like
Yeah.
imagine what it must feel like to be a player in CSK where you know that your own fans are just waiting for you to get out so that this guy, of course, whom I mean, there is no doubting Dhoni's legacy, etc. But right now it's kind of annoying watching CSK matches because the whole game is just centered around that, and their whole team is also centered around that, and it's a absolute circus and disgusting to watch.
Shout out to the real CSK fans though, who are coming out in those
Yeah,
fan interviews after games and rightly condemning these decisions. Another example, like we don't want it to look like we are just sort of hating on CSK, but another prime example is our guy also, the hitman,
yeah, yeah,
who's really benefiting the team in any way. He's not fielding. He's coming into bat, not playing more than 10 to 15 balls. Um, Strike rate also hasn't been that great. Like if you're making 10 ball 30, then I'd completely understand and side by
yeah.
you. But the number of times, the number of failures that we've seen in crucial circumstances. Like my whole theory about this is, bro, rather give this opportunity to someone younger who's going to
Oh,
learn from this even if he fails and then delivers the goods maybe 1 year, 2 year, 3 year down the line and eventually has a chance of playing for India. Rohit Sharma is not playing T20I cricket for India anymore. Um, so what's the point?
what's the point is correct. There is no point, bro. The point is nostalgia. Nostalgia merchants everywhere. Dhoni, Thala, Thala, Thala for a reason.
You know, at this
Hitman
point, I
for a
actually think
reason.
Rohit Sharma is going to do a better job with the ball after seeing Will Jacks take 3 wickets the other game. And Rohit Sharma has a couple of hat tricks to his name, bro,
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
IPL.
yeah.
So why not ask him to, hey, Rohit, you're anyway getting paid like 12, 15 crores. Just roll the
16
arm,
करोड़ भाई, 12 15 नहीं, 16 करोड़
roll
मिल
the
रहे हैं उसको चिल मारने के.
just roll the arm over a little, get us a wicket or two. That's going to be more impactful than those 15 runs that he makes.
No doubt, no doubt. Angad, bro, but like I wanna ask you a quick question. According to you, give me two names, two worst teams to watch this season and why.
Ah, I mean, it might seem like all my answers are the same, bro, for some
अरे it's
reason.
okay. दिल खोल के बोल. सुन रहे
See,
public.
see, definitely CSK. Now they've lost. I mean, there's no. I don't think CSK fans are enjoying watching their team either. Their
Yeah, and
captain is
it's
also
not
not
because of
there.
the jersey.
Their captain's also not there anymore. Like the
No,
temporary
bro,
captain.
Dhoni is playing no.
Temporary captain. नाम का captain is not there anymore. Um, Plus, they really, I don't think any of the players are really performing. Rachin Ravindra has been so unders this year, surprisingly. I thought that would be that one player who would, no matter what the circumstances, how
True.
the pitch is behaving, he'll play some sort of an anchoring role, like a KL Rahul type of, role throughout the innings. But he's been way below par. Shivam Dubey has not really fired. A lot of their
Mm.
success last year was down to Shivam Dubey, just absolutely smacking it everywhere. Ruturaj also in chases while he was there. Again, he holds that, right? In chases above 180, he has a
Zero fifties. Yeah.
pathetic strike rate. That and it's actually, honestly, Dhoni's looked the best player in that team. Retracting on my original statement, but
No, no,
actually,
no. He is playing still despite of his age because of how good he is, of course. No doubt about that. But yeah,
but the
man,
second
even
team that you're asking me from this list, and it's a little difficult, but Rajasthan. I had them in my
mm,
top four. They've underperformed massively. Like we spoke, right? Sanju Samson hasn't really delivered, and their bowlers also aren't doing enough. I don't like Theeksana the way he's bowling currently.
वो छोड़, बॉलिंग छोड़ भाई, कैचेस कितने ड्रॉप करता है वो. हर
सही में
मैच में एक कैच ड्रॉप करता है, डॉली डॉली कैचेस, ऐसा ऐसा
सही
हाथ में
में
आते हुए कैचेस
लास्ट
छोड़.
गेम हमारा तो was unbelievable.
They lost the match because of that drop catch, because on the last ball they took a single. क्योंकि कैच ड्रॉप है, एंड अगर वही पकड़ लेते तो सुपर ओवर तक जाता ही नहीं, ऑफ कोर्स, मतलब things could have turned out differently as well. But yeah,
Amen. And
big
I think
unders.
that Chepauk pitch made Theeksana look good. Going back to
Yeah,
the
good catch, good catch. That is true. That is true. Must be a dream, man, to be a spinner and to play on that pitch.
even Hasaranga, right? For that matter, I don't think he's been good after that injury that he had, where he missed out on that
Hmm.
season with RCB. But after that,
Yeah.
he's also not looked in any
Yeah.
shape or form.
Internationally, also, he's been struggling.
Correct. Yeah. RP the legend also going back to his old antics.
ज्यादा
So
वीडियो
these
देख
two
रहा है
teams
भाई
for
वो.
me. But you tell me which two teams have disappointed you? Like I'll give you a challenge. Don't name CSK.
Oh, you made it tough, bro. मैं तो दोनों स्लॉट में सीएसके का ही नाम लेने वाला हूँ. No, for me, I'm not gonna go as per the table. I'm gonna talk about two teams that I don't really look forward to seeing their matches, or like कुछ है नहीं देखने के लिए. One is KKR. KKR, I think, don't have anything going for them. Uh,
Hmm.
there's no vibes also. Like last year, Gautam Gambhir was there, so there was something happening. Shreyas Iyer again, there was some vibe was there, and they were doing something in each and every match. This year, I feel like there's nothing much. Uh, then what do you say? They are not even performing that well or playing that well. And my second team was going to be CSK, man. They have been the absolute worst team in this season so far, and the table reflects that. They are right at the bottom. And मतलब तो उनकी बैटिंग तो has been dreadful, dude. They are the worst in the power play, worst in the middle overs, worst in the slog overs. People have been saying that they are on a mission to sort of turn India green with the amount of dot balls they play because of this whole green dot
The
initiative that's
number
going.
of reels, bro. These influencers are going to open parks and stuff and showing, oh, that is Dhoni corner. These are all trees that have been planted because of his performances.
Yeah. So that has definitely not been a lot of fun. Uh, what else,
But let's
man? Yeah,
focus on the
these.
positive. Like, let's focus on the positive. It's been, I think, an entertaining first half of the season. There's a
Yeah.
lot to look forward to. We still don't know um, which teams are going to be in the qualifiers, for that matter. Perhaps Delhi would be the only team because they just know how to win at the moment. It's all been working in their favor. But again, Punjab's also on 10 points, but doesn't inspire that much confidence that
Hmm.
they are going to go on an unbeaten run or actually get some 4 to 6 points. Could happen, most likely to happen, but I also wouldn't be surprised if they lost all their games, remaining games.
Angad, do you want to revisit your pre-season predictions? I can start first, and if like I think I had named SRH, Mumbai Indians, uh, Punjab Kings, and who was the fourth team that I named? RCB. These
You
were
named
my.
RCB.
Yeah, I did in my preseason. So out of this, I think three teams I'm going to hold on to: RCB, MI, and Punjab Kings. And instead of Sunrisers Hyderabad, I'm going to bring in Delhi Capitals because I really think they are looking great this season. I think by towards the end of the season, I feel these four teams are going to qualify for the playoffs. What about you?
I think my predictions are absolutely shit. Three of those teams are not in the top four. Um, I had predicted Punjab, which is there, but Mumbai, SRH, and Rajasthan. Three of them are not in the top four. Uh, um, I think I'll probably go with. Have to remove Rajasthan from it. There's no point saying Delhi is in my top four now because they are going to be there. But yeah, Rajasthan and SRH are the two teams which I'll probably have to remove. I still have hopes from Mumbai till the last game.
Hey, come on, you gotta believe.
Yeah,
दुनिया हिला देंगे हम. Come on, bro. जीत
we
सकते हैं.
believe in Neeta Bhabhi only.
Nita Bobby, we believe in money. Ambani Indians, come on, show me the money.
Here comes the money.
And all those fans who are crying about Mitchell Stark's ball being given a no ball, and Vignesh Puthur's back foot no ball not given a no ball, you know. You know what's
Find something
coming
better
soon.
to do. My message to you guys is find something better to do.
uh, but yeah, still half of the season to go, man. Looks pretty exciting. Tasty second half of the season coming up for sure. And people who are watching, you tell us if you agree with our take. You tell us what are your good, bad, and ugly takeaways from the
Tell us
season so
about the
far.
ugly. Do you agree with our ugly, or do you have some uglier things to talk about? Is it
Or
Mr.
tell us if
Gold?
you're ugly or not.
Or tag
Cool.
someone who's ugly?
Okay, we are gonna come back soon, man. I think one of these days, uh, we have the Mumbai versus CSK match also happening tomorrow. We might do like a live stream, watch along for the last 5 overs. Let's see if that happens. But yeah,
Yeah.
people, whoever's watched, tell us what you think about the season and tell us who's gonna win, who's gonna come in the top four, and who's the ugly team this year. Until then, bye.